Gates, las vacunas salvó 19 millones de vidas, por solo $1,000 cada una. Bill Gates discute el papel transformador de Gavi en la salud global en la cumbre.
Good evening, and thank you for everyone joining us here tonight, and for all your support for one of the most transformative efforts in the world. I want to particularly thank President von der Leyen and President Costa and the European Union for co-hosting this summit. President von der Leyen has long been an incredible champion for health and development, and the EU has been one of the Gavi's biggest supporters since the very beginning, support that's more crucial now than ever. This chart is one that I think about a lot. It's really my most favorite chart. I consider it almost kind of a report card for humanity, because over the last 25 years, the reduction of under 5 deaths has been far faster than any time in history. We've gone from over 9 million to now half as many deaths taking place by children. This is an unbelievable result, and it doesn't fully state the benefit of these vaccines. The vaccines leave a lot of kids far more healthy, and so their ability to achieve their potential is increased. Gavi prioritizes saving lives, and it's done with incredible scientific rigor. We're constantly improving vaccines, we're constantly looking at the safety, and I'm very proud of the work that's done to make sure that these vaccines are incredibly safe. The founding of Gavi actually goes back to almost about the time the Gates Foundation was first started. And after 25 years, I can still say that it's at the top of the list of things that I'm very, very proud of. At that time, kids were not getting access to vaccines. They were too expensive, they hadn't been formulated properly, and I was stunned to learn that so many kids were dying from a disease like rotavirus because the vaccine wasn't getting out to all the children of the world. So Gavi was created to not only help finance vaccines, but work with countries to adopt these new vaccines. We've done an amazing job of getting these prices down. A good example is the pneumococcal vaccine, PCV. This vaccine became available in high-income countries the year that Gavi was founded. And it does a fantastic job protecting kids against pneumonia, which was the single most deadly childhood infection. But it was very expensive. And so Gavi and its partners incentivized vaccine manufacturers to develop a new, much cheaper PCV, which was introduced in 2017. Today, the manufacturers make PCV vaccines available to low and middle income countries for just $2 a dose. And of course, we've seen similar reductions across all of the different vaccines, allowing us to add new vaccines to save even more children. Since the founding of Gavi, the overall cost of fully vaccinating a child has been cut in more than half. And we have a pipeline of new vaccines coming along. Vaccines to address new diseases and that bring down costs even further. A good example of this is the HPV vaccine. Cervical cancer, which HPV prevents, is the 4th most common cancer in women around the world. And this vaccine can prevent over 90% of these cases. But countries were slow to adopt this vaccine, in part because it was hard to deliver. Initially, it required 3 doses spread across 6 months. Scientists believed that perhaps it could be done with fewer doses. And so the Gates Foundation funded a trial to see whether a single dose was essentially fully protective. And after seeing the incredible results, the WHO approved a single-dose schedule in 2022. Now we have 75 countries around the world have moved to this single-dose approach. And because the single dose is cheaper and easier to deliver, it's now getting to far more girls around the world. For example, after Nigeria introduced the single-dose vaccine, it was able to vaccinate more than 12 million girls in less than a year. That's really incredible. Across Gavi countries, HPV vaccine coverage has increased dramatically. The year after this single-dose approval, we doubled the number of girls getting the vaccine, and we doubled it again, and this year we'll double it again. Of course, there's more than just making vaccines available. We have to work with our partner countries on helping improve their health systems. So the Gavi Alliance has spent a lot of its resources and a lot of its technical support in helping improve those primary health care systems that are so vital. We've helped countries understand where they're missing kids and how to invest in raising those coverage levels. As you've heard, over this 25-year period, that means over 1 billion children have been vaccinated, resulting in the saving of over 19 million lives. 19 million is a big number. It's almost easier to understand if I just say, okay, here's a child whose life was saved. But you have to take your reaction to how valuable that is and multiply it by this absolutely gigantic number. The total cost to save those lives was about $22 billion. And that means that Gavi saved children's lives for only about $1,000 per life saved. And this is in addition, the kids who these vaccines have kept healthy not only go to school, they do well in school, they join the economy, they contribute to their country. And really, this is why improving health through vaccines is part of the formula of helping countries be self-sufficient. Gavi's vaccination has generated $250 billion in economic benefits in the countries it supports. In fact, Gavi has had such an extraordinary economic benefit that over 19 countries that were Gavi recipients have now graduated, meaning they now fully fund their own immunization programs. A great example is Indonesia. Since partnering with Gavi, it's doubled the number of vaccines offered through its routine immunization program. And it's seen childhood deaths fall to a quarter of what they were before. And now, Indonesia is not only transitioned to be fully self-supportive, it's also become a Gavi donor. Of course, this is a challenging time. All the progress we've made is at risk. Budgets are tight, and we all have to show our priorities when there's tough trade-offs to be made. There's no denying this is a global health crisis. The US cuts and other funding cuts, aid in total has gone down by $30 billion this year alone. It reinforces the incredible values being shown by the people who are showing up here today and being incredibly generous. But with the cut in health resources, along with the financial situation a lot of these low-income countries are in, we are going to have a few years where things will go backwards. As we think about this, think of a mother who will bring a baby wheezing for breath to a health center, and because the vaccines aren't available, that baby will not survive. Think of a health worker trying to deal with a measles outbreak, who, because there's less resources for that primary healthcare system or vaccines, that measles epidemic will continue. This is agonizing. I mean, we have to put ourselves in the position of the parents who lose these children, and how tough it must be for them to realize that the life could have been saved by a vaccine that costs just 30 cents. So, our trend lines will briefly go into reverse. I believe that we can come back. I believe that we will resume that incredible progress that you saw. I don't know if it'll be in 2 years or 4 years or 6 years, but I do know that as we bring these resources back and we take advantage of an incredible pipeline of innovation, new drugs, new vaccines, lots of amazing things to help with these diseases, we will resume progress. So everyone here, I'd say, is recommitting themselves, just like the Gates Foundation, to doubling down and staying committed. I'm not pessimistic. In fact, we have things like polio eradication that we are, as we say, this close to elimination. That'll be a mind-blowing thing. Likewise, malaria, we have tools, a variety of tools that brought together will give us a chance in the next 20 years to completely eradicate that as a disease, just like we're doing with polio. This is all why the Gates Foundation is pledging $1.6 billion to Gavi for this next 5-year period. Thank you. And it's why we'll invest billions in making sure that pipeline of new and lower cost vaccines continues to make Gavi even more effective. In closing, I think we can reflect on what Nelson Mandela once said. There can be no keener revelation of a society's soul than the way it treats its children. In the last 25 years, Gavi has helped over 1 billion children live better, healthier lives, thanks to the extraordinary support of partners like you. And if we get this right, this trajectory of progress will continue for decades to come. Thank you.